Your feature presentation is about to begin. A Zips television production, Goofing Off presents Movie Snobs, the watch-along podcast. Get your tickets, find your seat. Get nice and comfy because the show is about to start, folks. Enjoy the picture. Oh.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Movie Snobs Watch Along podcast. I am Caleb Morgan, and I'm pretty happy to be back so soon with all my friends watching another movie, another great movie, because today we have the 2018 Oscar-winning modern-day classic, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. What an opening that was. And, you know, I could watch these movies alone. I often do. I watch movies alone all the time. But would you guys want to listen to me do that? No.
I would.
So I have...
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah, you can green screen him in.
Everyone leave.
I don't have to in the
Michael turned into a creeper from Minecraft.
What happened?
Well, that is that you're back now.
Yeah.
That's all.
I have no idea what
The second we hit record.
I have 8 great guests with me today. First up, we got the one and only Juan Contreras, Professor Juan Contreras. How's it going, Juan?
Doing great. Excited to do this again.
You've seen this movie once before?
I've seen this movie twice before, yeah.
Twice before, okay. And together again, once again, not abiding by governor.
What governor?
regulations.
Listen, you don't know how far apart we are. The camera's deceiving. I'm just photoshopped in post. I'm not really here.
Stretch your arm, Kyle. Stretch your arm. I want to see that.
See, I can't even reach him. Look. Wow.
Kyle Glockner and Drew Brown. Drew Brown, how you doing? Kyle Glockner, how you doing?
Good.
Have you
I've
seen
never
this
seen
movie?
this movie. Ever.
I own this movie. I've owned it for 2 years. I haven't watched it.
I haven't
bought it.
You've admitted to stealing.
Yes.
You're done, Brown.
Next up, we
Yeah, I
got...
haven't watched the movie.
Oh, whoa. Okay, I'm excited to see it with you for the first time, like we did with the last movie.
Mr. Morgan?
All right. Next up, we have Tony Stark, aka Dylan Bowe. How's it going?
Roll out.
Roll out.
Once again, back with an extensive amount of headgear on. So,
Gotta stay safe out there.
Commitment.
will you have will you have a piece of headgear for every movie that we watch on this podcast?
I will try to, yes.
Oh man, we're not watching.
Oh, man.
Something on his.
That was the most epic intro.
He's back.
Oh,
Next up, we have Kyle Reynolds. How's it going,
I'm
Kyle?
doing good, Caleb. Am I in Clayton's bottom left corner? But no, I'm excited to be here. I like this movie a lot. I don't have headgear, but I have a Hulk glove in the back. That's my contribution. It's close enough.
He much like
Wait, Kyle,
Iron Man.
where's your
What?
He much like Iron Man does not appear in this movie. So I guess you guys are on equal.
I'm
level.
in a different room, so there's no Super Mario Brothers poster, unfortunately. I should just bring it in the future. Just
It's a movie snobs classic at this point. It's a staple.
Next up, Matt Reed. How's it going? How's it going?
It's going. I don't have a. I did. I used to have a Spider-Man. Oh, I used to have a Spider-Man figure, and I was hoping I could once again put it in front of my camera. But
Your camera is
no, it
freaking
doesn't
out like
matter.
it's
My
there.
camera here is focused this way. It's okay.
Next up, we got Nick McFadden. How's it going, Nick?
I'm
Have you seen this movie?
doing okay. I have seen it once. I gotta say though, I'm more of a DC superhero guy, so we'll just get that out of the way right now. But I did enjoy the movie the first time I saw it, and I think I know I'm gonna enjoy it again. It's a pretty solid movie.
Whoa,
Wow, spoiling it for us. Okay. Wow, okay.
DC.
Spoiling
guy.
your enjoyment.
Who's the DC equivalent of Spider-Man?
The DC equivalent of Spider-Man. Yes, Aquaman, King of the Sea.
I'd say probably
Flash.
Yeah, Flash.
Set of webs in the water.
Deadpool.
Captain Marvel.
Shazam.
What about
Don't you bring that name
It's baseball.
Oh,
Deathstroke is Deadpool.
Going to Rainbow.
I don't know.
yeah, Deadpool's a direct ripoff of Deathstroke. That was the point.
Yeah, but I don't know who the Spider-Man of the DC universe is off the top of my head. I'm not
Man Spider.
Man Spider. Man Spider, yes.
He's just a spider.
That's
That's actually a Spider-Man character in a comic.
Honestly, like Batman's pretty close to Spider-Man on a surface level. They both swing from building. Both are just normal people.
Both animal and then
Animal, but man. Yes, there you go.
I disagree.
There's a lot of common stuff there. But one's a teenager, and one is a grizzled, depressing man.
And the other one's Batman.
Yeah. And last but not
That was
least,
a joke for this movie because in this movie, okay, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine. Last but not least, maybe the man who knows most about Spider-Man in this call today, Mr. Clayton Schrock. How's it going?
I'm incredibly excited to be here. I've been rooting for this movie since the day I saw the trailer. Probably my most watched trailer in my entire life. Definitely top 5 movies. I'd say maybe number 2 for sure. You know, number 2 movie overall ever. So
Wow.
yeah.
How many times have you seen it?
Praise there, I got the Spider-Man drip on. I got the scarf, the beanie, the hoodie I made myself, a button, and then a bunch of other clothes on that are also Spider-Man.
Drip or drown, Clayton.
We're not allowed to show.
Clayton, how many times have you seen the movie?
The underneath is for the credits. You get the underneath during the credits.
Whoa.
All right,
I'll have to say to the end.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, the credits are amazing in this movie anyway, so you should just stay for that. So
there you go.
Will we stay to the end?
No movies good, but the credits are good.
I think it's time to just start the thing. Unless anyone has any, unless it's like a wedding and anyone
Any objections?
Any objections?
Sure, he's out my door practicing.
Everyone
We
on
will not watch a movie.
is everyone on 0000?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Yes.
Oh, my bad.
On 5, okay. 1,
Whoa.
2, 3,
Weird way to count.
4, 5.
Kind of almost defeats the whole purpose of counting if you do it in a different place for every number.
My favorite company, Sunny.
I feel like this movie's on like
I
fast.
really
forward.
like that. I really like that right from the start. It kind of identifies that it's part, like it's very comic.
You mean it's the best intro for any movie ever? Yeah, I agree.
Mostly when they zoom in on the actual like print, like Sony logo.
Wait,
Marvel made this movie?
In association.
Wait a second.
Hold on a minute.
It already
Not
like
gonna lie, I
establishes
did look
itself.
for this on Disney Plus before Netflix because I forgot about the whole Sony Marvel thing. So wait, did Sony buy back Spider-Man like from Marvel, or what
We
went on
still
with
own the
that?
rights, but they're just
Yeah, they
using
own
it
it.
right
Just
now.
lent them to Disney to make the Spider-Man movies, and then
They just worked
got
with
it back.
Disney to make Spider-Man.
Okay.
There he is.
Number 42.
Well, a spider.
That was the
Why is
number
there
well,
Meaning of life.
so I can't
I
explain
can
that
show
yet.
it in this comic. It's in this comic.
Right, he's dead.
We just had everything ready to go.
Peter Parker.
We're getting someone's audio.
Pretty sure you know.
Uncle Bat's my favorite character. He'll stick around.
Oh, the train thing. Whoa! Whoa!
I love how much he uses it on the same ring.
Spider-Man 2.
Yeah. Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man 3,
Yeah,
my favorite.
Throwback.
Yeah, it's not that impressive.
Those smacks.
Whoa! Oh,
We're getting someone's audio through the mic.
I think it's Michael's.
Me. Yeah, it's probably me. How else would I do it though? I guess I could turn it down, yeah.
Just turn on subtitles.
Yeah.
You can watch the movie on your phone and have it headphones on that.
oh, there's only one Spider-Man?
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, I'd do the phone thing, Mike.
We good now?
Dang, he's wearing the Sony.
Spider-Man, that's the guy.
I don't think so, no.
Oh, he's wearing Sony headphones. That's awesome.
I heard that the song they were
Smart
going to do
brand
instead,
management.
the song that they were going to do instead was Redbone.
I think this is the
really?
last. This is
I
the
mean,
last
this is-
scene they animated, I think, because of the song.
Really? That's interesting. I mean, that just goes to show how thought out this movie really was.
And how much they paid Post Malone.
Well, they did another scene with the song too, because he's like singing it to. Well, he sings it later.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil.
That is the biggest spoiler that I could ever hear at this moment.
Yeah.
One of
What
the
is
first
he eating
multicultural.
before
It's like rice and.
Something delicious, it looked like.
I look
One of the
like
first
rice.
multicultural comic book heroes.
Mm.
Brian Michael Bendis, the creator of Miles Morales, got a lot of pushback for that.
Yeah, I read about that. I listened to a podcast about it. Didn't he go for like years and years and years and years? And they kept had to repitch the
Yeah.
comic. They kept rebooting it because it just wasn't being popular.
I think,
They wouldn't
yeah,
redo it.
I think originally he was also supposed to be like bisexual, but they had to ditch that.
They weren't ready for that yet.
Nobody is. Oh no, the dad.
Oh, okay. He's dead.
Yeah, you get arrested.
Oh God.
I was like, well, he goes to jail. End of the movie. Wow. That was a quick 2 hours, boy.
Spider-Man on trial.
Cuts directed by George Lucas.
Let's talk about the character
All
creation
positions.
and direction that we get right now. What do we think of this guy when we see him? What sets
The
him
dad.
apart?
Miles-
No,
Carl
Miles.
Winslow.
What sets him apart from
The-
every other superhero origin story? Miles Morales.
He doesn't
He's
want
younger.
to stand out.
He was
And
trial.
he doesn't want to be a hero. And he's a different ethnicity than every other comic book character.
He's not even that like nerdy either because you just watched him walk through a group of all of his old friends. He's cooler.
Yeah.
You get the
Still
feeling.
pretty
you know?
awkward though.
It's not
I mean,
like
I'd
he's
say-
a
I mean, he's a kid. He's about as awkward as any kid, but in terms of like Peter Parker was kind of an outcast and a nerd and had like one or two friends. This guy's friends with like his whole.
I think you're forgetting about Andrew Garfield, who was a
Andrew
hunk.
Garfield was pretty
All
cool.
right, back to the movie.
Also, this school,
Elitist.
we haven't seen it yet. We're about to see it, but this school is like the most insane school for a high school that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Also, they just mentioned the thing I wanted to mention earlier is that he won a lottery to be in that, and in the opening sequence when it showed up the number 42 on the ball, that was his lottery that he won.
Oh yeah,
This is true. Yeah. It's in the comic book. It's from the source material.
And just speaking of comic books, I love the way that this is animated. It really does feel like you're kind of reading a comic while you're watching it. Just so minute shadings and everything. I'm not an expert in animation, but I really do just like the stylistic choices that they make.
They never draw anything out of focus. They always just add less and less detail the further things are away.
Yes.
That's cool.
Like they don't like blur anything.
Yeah.
Why does it never gotta be like that?
You know what I will say too? Something else that stands out? This dude has parents.
Yeah.
Bill Peter Parker didn't have parents. He had a tragic backstory. And this person still has his parents.
Well, it's just starting. So.
They're strong figures. A nurse and
yeah, this story is more about rising to the occasion and adapting to your circumstances to achieve greatness versus tragic backstory driving everything.
Mm-hmm.
And this is good as well because, like, I'd say typically, like, I don't love montages. Like, I think like they're often like pretty corny, but like this is like a really good one of like everything that goes on like during school. You ever walk in late during a movie? It's pretty bad.
That was kind of a strange.
Real big foreshadowing in this scene.
Never noticed it. Never noticed it.
You can see the name right there on the screen. Dr. Olivia. That's a weird name. He's covering the last name.
Whoa.
He's covering the last name.
Whoa.
What is the last name?
Oh, everyone check
Leave
yourself.
it.
I'm the kid with the glasses up in the front.
Has anybody not seen this? I didn't hear.
Drew,
We haven't.
Dude, look at that. Like you can see like her wiping, like the stuff on the whiteboard. Like look, that's
Right.
Yeah.
chef kiss.
Oh, what's she building right there? Oh, what alchemy?
Wait, what second are you?
Cut it out.
What?
What minute and second?
8:30.
8:30.
Yes, my test.
Oh boy.
Actually, I was. I'm not at 8:30, but I was. The second you were saying things, Clayton, it was the same time that were on my screen.
I know you were.
Mine's like so. Last time it was like showing me the time, like whenever I just hover over it, but now it's not doing that, so it's hard to say.
We got the setup of like his emotional backstory. What's his expectation? What's he want to do?
He doesn't want to be here.
He's even got the book
friends.
Great Expectations. He's got the ginger ale cans in the background. We got Ned right there.
Oh, who knows the words? Papa Twist Cabbage.
That was earlier than it actually got to me, Caleb. I was like, "What are you talking about?"
And who?
This
Like
was
a
my
pretty-
most played song of 2019. Actually,
Really?
Spotify gave me the list back.
Also funny because in this song they name drop Spider-Man, so you know, just a shout out.
Who's that?
Well, he's also watching a cartoon where Spider-Man shows up.
I thought he's watching
It's
Community.
also just a phenomenal song.
He's watching Community, right?
Oh,
Yeah, he's watching the Donald Glover.
yeah. I remember that. Now.
A nephew of mine. This is his Uncle Aaron.
You're a little bit ahead of me, Caleb. I don't know if I'm behind or.
Oh,
I'm at the same place you were, Clayton.
What are you at, Caleb?
10:07, 10:08, 10:09.
I just hit 10.
We're a little bit behind then.
Yeah, Caleb, you're a little
We're
bit
we're
ahead.
only like 4 seconds behind. It's not
I will
bad.
pause it.
10:14. How much time you have left? Because that's all I can see.
140 or 146.25.
Yeah, okay, you're about 30 seconds ahead.
30?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
we're with Clayton.
Oh,
Three.
that's not too bad, guys. Listeners, what do you think?
No.
Tweet me below if you think that's too bad.
Listeners, if you don't have the time
Leave
right,
a comment.
since TV goofing off and complain about it.
I think they're
Please.
enjoying a video where the whole time it's just us going like, "What time is it?"
Oh,
That was definitely the last.
He's got a lot of strong role models, you know.
Guys, you guys don't like that video, agree.
Relax.
Look at the lighting on his hair. It's so dynamic.
Whoa. Fine.
Look at Uncle Aaron about to hop through this fence.
bro.
He's just gonna go shoop.
Landed with hands in pocket.
That's suspicious.
He really did just. Wow.
Some people haven't seen this.
Oh, sorry.
It's a shame he can't climb wall like a certain spider, man.
Hey, this one
That would be.
What a shame.
Are they in Brooklyn?
This is Andrew Brown's house.
This is like
That's where school is,
Welcome
Caleb.
to my crib.
Whoa, there! Whoa, look at that!
This is actually ZTV.
Whoa, that was
I
cool.
gotta say, another thing about this is just like how smooth all the transitions are between each single shot for an animation. It's cut together very well. All
It's
the
like
montages that they have.
Also, I feel like I've never seen a spider move down in such detail. Like, it's really like, you can see it like really pulling the string.
I don't even like spiders, but that's a cool looking spider.
It is cool.
well, it's technically a robot, but yeah.
Matt Reed's not a spider
really?
fan.
Yeah.
Guys, Kyle left.
And the
Well,
comic
good.
book,
Bye, Kyle.
he actually does get bit by the spider because he hangs out with his Uncle Aaron. So this is true to this comic.
Whoa.
But
This is really something
it's
that
because the spider, his uncle steals some stuff, and the spider hangs out in the bag, and that's how he
they're
gets
gonna
bit by it.
they're gonna measure that silhouette. and
Whoa,
totally-
Billie Eilish.
They're gonna know exactly who it was in New York, and they'll be like, "Got him."
You know what's good
Billie Eilish saw this movie. She's like, "That's my logo."
You know what's good about this movie is that a lot of I was just watching what was I watching? I forget. But anyway, the kid was like the guy in the movie was supposed to be like a really good writer. And I was watching the Blinded by the Light movie, the guy with like the kid who loves like Springsteen, and he's like supposed to be like a really good writer, and he starts reading what he wrote and it's like awful. But like this movie, he's like supposed to be good at spray painting, and since this is a movie done by professional animators, it's really good. Well, that's so cool.
Yo, who can relate to that?
I hope not me.
Leave a comment if you can relate.
Way to subvert those
Leave
expectations.
a comment if
Yeah, I
you've
was
been
gonna say some good expectation subversion
Guys, like the video if you've ever been bitten by a radioactive spider. Well, I just
What
want
if,
to
he,
see.
what if he just killed the spider before he bit him and the movie just ended?
we love a time lapse in an animated movie too. We stand there.
How do they do that? Do they animate it fast or they animate it normal and then speed it up?
So, Kyle, while you were gone, nothing happened. Nothing bit him.
Whoa!
I mean,
I
there's
bet animate
obviously-
less frames. Whoa!
Pants.
That's weird.
Yep, that's how you do it.
Wait,
Get
that's-
up, step into the pants.
Does anyone leave their pants ready to be stepped in and put on promptly each night?
I do now. I do in the quarantine.
I do every day.
I agree that some of the songs make it seem like a little kind of like almost like sold out and might age it weird, but like at the same
Wait,
time, I
the
feel like
beat's coming up with
a lot of the songs fit so well.
Yeah.
It's a puberty thing.
This track and Black Panther's tracks stand out.
Yeah.
Soundtracks. I should say.
Yeah.
And Tarzan. Animated Tarzan.
Wanda.
What does that mean?
Wanda from Wakanda.
Do the shoulder touch now.
Do it now.
Here comes the meme, boys.
Everyone.
Are you ready? Whoa. The arm looks really long.
Bruh.
There it is, the meme, boys. We did it. So if you liked that episode, remember to leave a like, comment.
That whistling kind of sounds like Luigi's Mansion a little bit.
Whoa.
That's what I was just thinking.
All right, guys. How many times has this happened to you? We've all been here.
I've never had physical contact with another human.
If I had a nickel for every time.
There's a first time for everything. I've done it.
Bruh. Wait. They're
I
cutting
like
off
how
his
she
hand.
said, just relax.
She just suplexed
She told him it as if she already knew.
It kind of does look like a cool design. People get paid to get something like a handprint shaped into their head.
You say people get paid to do that?
People
Or
pay.
people to do that?
I will
Okay.
pay $10.
I love
The
that.
kid. The kid.
Looks like
I never noticed him.
I love the purple. We stand a purple.
Do you think this is the beginning of Spider Sense?
Put your green
Should we-
and purple 3D glasses on.
Should we switch to green and purple?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the Hulk appearance in this movie.
All right, there we go. We're green and purple now.
I will say one superhero trope I'm kind of getting sick of, and maybe it's because they're always origin stories, but that phase where everything's like hypersensitive. So like when Superman starts to hear everything and he goes crazy, or like this with Spider-Man, I feel like it's done just so many times. It kind of loses its charm.
There's a lot of heroes out there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I can't really blame them, but it's almost assumed at this point.
A very Spidey Christmas.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Doesn't even
Keep
know what he's
sticking.
doing.
Keep stick.
Oh, now we do.
Okay, now who has this happened to as well? Because I know this has happened to people.
You know, I gotta say, I relate.
All right, guys, tag yourself. I'm right hand pigeon.
I'm pink car in background.
I am window.
I'm win. Oh no, Caleb!
Whoa.
We're both window.
You were the left window. I was the right. Did he end up
Who
in
is
his room?
left-handed?
He's got a corner room.
Also, if
Wow.
he owned Amazing Fantasy 15, that would be insane.
Whoa.
But wait, isn't they,
Beautiful.
aren't they in a different
Now we ripped it up.
That would also be insane. That's destroying thousands and thousands of dollars.
Oh,
Yeah, Spider-Man said at the beginning, he's the only Spider-Man.
yours.
That's possible. Wait.
wait.
A little Easter egg when Miles Morales is flipping through his phone. Most of his contacts are comic book creators, especially the ones that like played a big part in like Spider-Man comics.
Like George Lucas.
Dick goes
Like
Dick goes
Caleb.
right below his dad, I'm pretty sure.
This movie really does move
I
fast.
like how they applaud.
Like he's a street performer.
No, Caleb, I agree.
Right.
It's
Be
very
Bendis,
fluid.
by Michael Bendis. He's right there. Okay.
Yeah, Mom. Dad, my favorite comic book.
This movie moves lightning fast. Truly lightning. It's like less than 20 minutes. He already got like the powers.
Exactly. So very, but despite how fast everything's going, it doesn't feel like rushed like some movies. Rise of Skywalker.
Whoa.
I mean, we've already seen like 15 Spider-Man origin stories, so we don't really need the minutia, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this whole
Good
movie just
word.
plays off the trope that you know what happens, and like it's just another tale.
Well, yeah, I mean, they make fun of it the whole movie because like, let's do this one
Oh,
time.
this scared me so bad the first time I saw it, especially in theaters where it's.
Oh yeah.
Bruh.
Whoa.
You can hear that in your
I think I
spine.
remember that made me jump too. It doesn't stand out that much.
With that theater sound.
Well, blue and purple. Should we go blue and purple now?
I see it.
I love the shot with the flashlight animated in like the dots, like comic dots with the lights. It's pretty cool.
There's a lot of that in here.
Comics.
The comic dots
Yeah.
is just. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Whoa, he's got Batman Arkham.
Look out.
the parallels between Spider-Man and Batman just keep coming.
It is.
I love how they show the spider sense in this movie.
Yeah, that is one thing I always enjoy about Spider-Man is the different interpretations of the spider sense.
I can't. I think that any movie that makes me say something out loud in the theater has earned some merit. And when I first saw this, not interpretation, but actually portrayal of something I've seen in cartoons and even in comics of Green Goblin, I was like, whoa! I was really excited.
Yeah, seeing Green Goblin like this is something I 1000% would have never expected from the movie.
But hey, this isn't the first time he's been portrayed like this in a movie. Yeah, but cartoons and other things like that. Cartoon.
I should have had Willem Dafoe still voicing.
That would have been awesome.
That would have been awesome. Yeah.
You're telling me that's
I'm kind of a scientist myself.
live action?
Also,
You're telling me this movie's not live action?
Wait. Well, hold on.
Yeah, how did Spider-Man not see him right there? I don't know. Stuff like that.
I also love the cheese grater that they're in right now.
Because he's focused, Matt.
All right, that's fair.
He's focused on, he's fighting.
Got him. But he got him. So that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Literally the ultimate Spider-Man.
This is a onesie, so we don't gotta really worry about that. Wait, he's got green and purple. He's Green Goblin.
The Joker.
But now he's not. Now he's in two.
You know what's better, the Force or Spider Sense?
That line.
Spider Sense. Yeah, probably Force.
The Force.
Isn't his Spider-Man?
Doesn't he mean to show him the webs?
Emblem? Isn't his emblem like upside down?
Nice, good pun.
Who's?
The Spider-Man right there. Not on the back, but on the front.
I think so.
The ultimate Spider-Man.
I love how there's a part of it where it just shows like how strong he is, where like he just catches the machine, like it's spinning at the speed of sound. And he's like, and he just catches it.
Yeah. Isn't this Chris Pine?
Yep.
Yes.
The voice, yeah.
Captain Kirk.
I always get this wrong. USBs.
The audio cue.
Whoa.
Purple Deadpool.
If you ever watch this, right here, where he's gonna catch it. Wait. But if you ever,
he's gonna put that on TikTok.
If for some reason this movie ever comes back to a movie theater, nice. And
it is.
The movie theater has a Dolby sound system. I highly recommend going because if you watch this on a Dolby sound system, it's truly amazing.
Remember movie theaters?
No. If you had to, oh man, movie theaters, man.
This is Peyton Burkhammer's favorite part.
Oh yeah, here it is.
Oh.
It's Mr. King.
Oh, big man.
He's in the Hizzy house.
It don't look like that.
I love the shot where he takes up the entire shot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, amazing. But it's just black outside of his face.
I love the family picture.
Well, that's what they're trying to get back.
You don't need a hyper-extended villain backstory in this, especially when there's so many villains,
so
even in one frame right now.
That's amazing.
Is this the?
That looks awesome. That looks really good.
And it's like it's so hard to do lighting this too.
Or 616, did you guys see that? They just
Yeah,
put 616.
Oh,
the Post Malone voice is about to come in.
Yeah.
They gave him a line. They gave Post Malone a line.
Clayton, how many times have you seen this?
Guys, I'm Post Malone.
If you had to guess, Clayton.
That's his line.
What are you saying, Caleb?
How many times have you seen this movie?
Honestly, not as much as I should have. Probably only like 6 times, maybe 6 or 8.
Leave it to someone who hates Spider-Man to mess everything up just to hurt Spider-Man.
Whoa,
bruh. Has there
guys? Go ahead.
out of a lot of parts in this movie where the animation is like incredible, is this like top 1 or 2 or where is it? I think this is pretty.
As far as like most beautiful, yeah, this.
Yeah, I think this is like. It might not be my favorite animated movie, but I think
it
like
feels so
it's like one of the best actual animation.
As far as like the most.
I think it took him like 2 weeks to render every. Or it took him a week to render every frame or something like that.
Yeah.
The consistency in style is very impressive.
Also, I was gonna say I think one of the longest or hardest scenes to animate is a scene when they're in a house and like all the characters are there because each character is animated in a different style.
Is Goblin just straight up dead? Was that Goblin just being dead?
I never noticed that, Matt. I think he's dead.
No, I think
he never shows. I mean, he never. I don't. No, he doesn't show.
I'm pretty sure.
Spoilers.
We'll see.
You can
Blue
see
eyes.
Fine's blue eyes.
And his brown hair.
Does Michael know his mic's off?
Yeah, he knows he's muted.
Yeah.
He's just vibing.
His sound is reverbing.
He knows he's vibing.
Sorry, me and Ben were talking.
Oh, okay, you're good.
I like how he knows that, he's real hurt right now, and then he gave him the real the quick crash course, all the really important stuff about being a hero, and then he was like, "This is all you got to do. You just got to do this one thing, and then fight going." Essentially,
I think it's funny that he asked him to get to the roof of this place, but didn't give him any web shooters.
Yeah, right.
He's like, figure it out.
Just swing up there.
That is something that, I was, introduced to Spider-Man, I feel like as a lot of people were with the first Tobey Maguire movie, and I just, assumed that, every that what Spider-Man was, just webs came out of his skin. So when I found out that web shooters were, a thing, I was like, oh, but I like this.
It wasn't until Amazing Spider-Man that I actually even realized that. Or somebody told me, it was that's how it is in the comics. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's that's what I felt like, and I kind of I still to this day like the idea of it just being in his skin better, honestly.
Peter Parker's blonde. What?
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Oh.
Where's your Hulk glove? That's where you gotta get the Hulk glove in.
Hulk smash!
That sounds.
It looks like one of those guys in those really weird political comics where it's this giant dude in a suit and he's like, I am the giant dude in the suit.
Doesn't even move, just says kill that guy and prowlers out. Oh!
Look at, we're calling back already. We're doing callbacks already.
I love this song, this theme.
Purple guy.
My favorite in the whole movie.
What's better, guys? But rank the three in this movie really quick. I know this is an intense scene, but
what three? The villains?
No, okay. The looks, the sounds, or the story?
The looks.
Yeah,
sound,
the looks, but the sound is close
second. That was cool.
The sounds and the looks, I always notice the sound first. That's what always stands out to me.
They're both really amazing.
It's hard to say. They're pretty tied.
And honestly, in this movie, it's really hard to separate sound and looks because the environment that they kind of create with everything from the animation to the sound effects, the audio cues that it's just kind of all one.
Yeah.
That being said, I do like the story, but Clayton, is this mostly based off of source material or is a lot of the original content?
The stuff that we're seeing right now is primarily out of this comic book and this comic book. A little bit later on. I mean, obviously, the stuff where he runs into... Well, he'd actually run into the other Spider-Man ones. But most of the stuff later on is from different...
I like the...
Just kind of
stuff. But a lot of the stuff that's mostly just Miles Morales is straight from the Miles Morales comics.
Okay. Interesting.
Wait, he came up to the door just being like, this is how I'm going to get him.
He does.
He's a big dude. He doesn't need many, He's
there's a little Easter egg right there. I don't know if it'll show it again, but there's a little flag next to his door, and it creates the Prowler's mask. The logo with the ribbon creates the Prowler's mask.
Huh. Look at how much bigger the bottom of his head is with the top of his head.
Yeah, I see it. Wow.
What'd you say?
What'd you say, Michael?
I said the bottom of his head is like twice as big as the tip of his head. Pretty funny.
Miles or his dad?
His dad.
Oh yeah.
I love his dad. His dad, one of my favorite characters.
Also,
yeah,
this is
he's such a strong dad.
Oh, this is the first time I cried in this movie when I saw it. I cried 3 times the first time I saw this movie.
Which line?
And only twice the second time.
I only cried in one movie the first time I saw it.
Crying for babies, Clayton. You know that?
Then call me Tommy Rugrat because I'm balling.
Crying, baby.
Call me Tommy.
That's the headline tomorrow.
But
the headline tomorrow. Clayton,
right.
Tommy Rugrat, Schrock.
Wait, this is the first time you cried, Clayton, or when his mom was talking to him?
No, right here.
Okay.
First time I cried was in the hospital. Being born.
Just
What a baby. I never cried.
with the song along with like the newscast.
Yeah.
Let's get it running.
Just like the fact I was like, oh, Spider-Man's dead.
Yeah, Clayton, he's dead. Get over it.
Yeah,
He's not coming back.
You got Tommy Rugrat.
He's gone.
This is the end of the movie.
This is how never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
Oh my God, there was the subway was 42.
There goes his Uncle Ben.
Tag yourself. I'm the Frankenstein mask.
I'm Miles Morales.
Oh,
That's also
His
sad.
cameo hit different.
Wait a minute.
And it was confirmed that Stanley never saw the completed version of this movie.
Wait, really?
Yeah, wasn't this like his first cameo after he died?
That's
When
true.
it was released.
Yep.
Do you think he saw like an animated shot of himself?
He heard a couple voice lines and he saw storyboards, but that was it.
Man.
Oh. He saw it. He saw it. You know what I mean?
Do you guys think there's like a real life like icon that would draw this kind of movement?
Yes, Stan Lee.
I think
So, but like people dressing up as him like in the middle of like New York and
I
like
think Kobe kind of
talking
did,
about it,
to
like
be honest.
Yeah, Kobe.
I'm trying to dress up like Caleb Morgan every day. Anyway,
that's true.
I think
because he got that style.
like outside the Staples Center, like when it was like when he died and stuff like that, like everyone wearing his jerseys. It's pretty similar. You could say Kobe's
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
that's true. Kobe's kind of like our Spider-Man.
Yeah, forget about Batman.
His shoe's still untied. That attention to detail. He never tied it yet.
He'll tie it by the end.
That's such a really funny.
Yeah.
It's a really funny.
I love this.
Whoa, was this Endgame?
Yes. Oh, I get it.
I mean, the stairs, dude.
I don't get it.
He goes, Shazam.
He goes.
I haven't seen that movie yet.
Shazam is good.
yes, I am Deadpool.
Shazam is good.
I have not seen Shazam either.
All right, Chris.
Shazam was solid. Shazam was solid. Actually.
Oh, I think the number 42 is about to be back.
This really is
I
like,
never
guys,
noticed, the first time I saw it in the theater, I never noticed that the crack
bruh,
happened.
that quickly.
What were you saying, Drew and Kyle? What?
No, I was just joking.
We'll joke
Don't
again.
pay attention to anything we say. Just keep
I was just funning.
Also, one of the things I liked when I first saw this movie is when when like the USB drive broke at first, I'm like, oh well, that's a huge,
Plot
it's now
device.
not about it's now not about getting to that thing. Now he's like, I have no idea what to do.
That's always a good point, like early on in like the first act of a movie. If like something like that you think would be like the path to the rest of the movie, you're just like, wait, bro, what's gonna happen now? Because it just got destroyed. When you say to yourself, wait, bruh, what's gonna happen? That's how you know you got something good on your hands.
He's just got some dirty.
What's happening? What's up?
You know what I was just thinking? I just watched Big Hero 6 the other day, and Kingpin's exact
It's garbage.
Kingpin's exact like motivation is the same as the villain in
Except
I don't like
Kingpin's
Big
a
Hero
well-executed villain.
Yeah, you're kinda right.
whereas Big Hero 6 is garbage.
Stanley
The
also
Big
technically
Hero
has a
six,
cameo in
Six
Big Hero
just
6.
borrows from every other movie ever made.
I don't love Big
and
Hero
that's why
6.
it's great.
I don't love it.
It was
I
good.
like Big Hero 6. I wouldn't say they're exactly the same because at least you're like that guy's just solely motivated on getting his family back. Kingpin's family's dead because he was doing something violent and he chased him out.
No, just spoilers.
Yes, the better Spider-Man.
Love the cuts.
I mean, he's Kingpin. He's a terrible villain.
Peter B. Parker.
Peter B. Parker.
Peter.
Wait, did I hear that right? Did you say 22 years? How old is this
This
guy?
is our Spider-Man, technically.
Earth 616?
Coca-Cola. Yeah.
What's the B stand for?
Fell in love. I got
Bruh.
Ben.
Benjamin, yeah. I think Benjamin.
some money choices. Don't invest in finance. Been like 15 years.
Whoa.
Buried it. I think.
Oh.
I want to see a marriage style.
Oh.
I want to see a marriage story, but with Spider-Man.
That's real. Drew!
He's in the Venom apartment.
Drew, it's you.
Wait, why is that me?
The caterpillar, dude.
Oh! I thought you were saying the man who's very lonely and sad is
He's the press man. He eats in the shower.
Spider-Man's crying in the shower. Oh,
crying in the shower. Oh, boy, Andrew Brown. Come on.
No.
Drew, that's you.
That is me.
Blue and purple vibes coming in.
That pizza looked good, though.
It looks like Sbarro.
Oh, he just ate it. What happened to his...
Bruh.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, you're right. You get the tip.
What if he got formed into pizza? He became Pizza Man.
That looks like me.
Man was bitten
Pizza
by
time.
a table and became
Pizza time.
Oh. He didn't get the
The pizza. He went to the pizza zone.
Looks like he's not paying his rent on time again.
Why he got a bike?
Spider-Man goes to the cheese.
Bro, that's how I feel diving into a pool with my arms down.
Ow.
That's me
That's a
diving into a pool of jelly.
Did that say
See, I was in New York.
Peekaboo. Oh, Snapchat that thing.
Was that a Shaun of the
No,
Dead?
that's Peekaboo. Oh.
Was that a Shaun? That was like a Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah,
sequel.
they're all parodies. So
I want that Shaun of the Dead sequel.
Thing that got him killed.
Yeah, that's from you and Kyle and Drew, the Echo, sort of thing like that.
I died.
It's also one of the few movies where if someone gets shocked, it shows the nervous system, not the skeleton, which is more scientifically accurate. Oh, whoa, who left?
Oh, Michael.
Goodbye, Michael. Michael's gone. Michael didn't like pointing that out.
Michael didn't like the idea of him stealing a body.
He's like, this isn't right.
See, officers, right as he gloats, he's back.
You gotta let go.
It's on his chest.
Let the past die.
Kill it if you have to.
Put him ups.
Adios?
Never noticed the kid either.
Bro, he destroyed his headstone.
What if a body just came out like it was attached to it?
Also, wait.
Honestly, it's kind of impressive how they pulled off this mood change, you know? I mean, a couple minutes ago, I was ready to cry my eyes out. Now I'm laughing along this scene.
Also,
that guy might have just died.
I have a question for about canon, about the canon of this movie. Like, is Nick Cannon in it? No, okay.
I don't think so.
No, wait, no, that was a bad joke. Hold on.
Caleb, that was an amazing joke.
I didn't hear what you said.
So my question is they're at he's at Peter Parker's grave, and they also say that Spider-Man has died, and they show a picture of Peter Parker. So is that them revealing that Spider-Man is Peter Parker?
Yeah, that was part of the scene. They revealed that it was a 23-year-old guy named Peter Parker.
Oh, I missed that. So
yeah.
Caleb, you just like completely ruined your trust with Clayton for like the rest of the movie.
It was literally the whole point of that scene.
Here's Stan Lee.
He's
I
no,
was,
no,
I
I'm
was
saying
probably
with the
talking.
Nick Cannon thing.
Oh,
I was probably talking, so I didn't catch that part. Also, I thought my movie turned off. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I thought mine just stopped. I was like,
Same.
well,
So going back to the MCU, like with Disney and whatnot, is Tom Holland done as Spider-Man then? I know that was kind of, but I thought
No,
no, I
he's
think
back
they're
on.
pushing
He
out
still
his,
does.
they got another deal, thankfully.
no, that's it.
He's got.
Originally, it was Sony would make all the money from the movie, and then Disney would make any money from toy sales. But now, Disney and Sony will split the movie sale money, and Disney still gets the toy sales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I would love to see Disney's toy sale revenue just in general. It has to be absolutely crazy.
I think it's slightly bigger than movie sales, actually, if not like right around.
Probably. I mean,
It's actually what saved Marvel as a whole, because that's why so many characters belong to different corporations, because Marvel was going out of business, so they sold off characters, and the only thing that brought it back was their toy sales. Unfortunately, the guy that was in charge of that department, which it did save the company, he was also extremely like sexist and homophobic and racist and stuff. And
Oh, I know which guy you're talking about. I remember
Yeah.
to see it.
so he made a lot of decisions that saved the company and a lot of decisions that did not progress diversity in.
He's not a part of it anymore, right?
He still has like
He's
money
now
and stuff.
he's like a overseer now. He's
Yeah, he doesn't make
So-
any.
What was the name
decisions
again?
and stuff.
Mhm.
The name of the guy, I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
It's like promoter.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I really like this old, tired Peter Parker.
Yeah.
The worn out,
Relatable.
given up. Peter
Yeah, I
Parker.
really like the washed up Peter
Wears
Parker. It's cool.
sweatpants every day. It's like he's in
With the big
quarantine.
old-
One of the most overdone costumes for Halloween this last year was just a Spider-Man shirt with sweatpants. If you can go a day without shaving and then you bring a piece of pizza, you're good.
Here's my main question. Oh, wait, actually, hold on. Let me wait for him to actually do it.
Who cares, Kia? I can never give it. I need it. So they collide. So, no.
I love that shot so much of the
This is so cool.
where it's like
Yeah,
vertical.
well, that's cool.
Okay, there's parts where he's just walking on his feet. How is he sticking?
Listen, it's a cartoon.
I understand the socks. Maybe there's, with the Spider-Man one,
Listen, it's a
Sam
cartoon.
Spider-Man of the hairs coming through, but the shoes.
He got those
They did
special Air
prove,
Jordans. He got the special ones.
They did prove scientifically that with a surface area of your fingers and toes, a human would be able to carry their body weight vertically.
I don't believe you. I like your Raiders blanket though.
Thanks, I'm cold.
I remember that on the back of the producer chair.
Man,
Yeah.
those was the days.
Memories.
Spider-Man blanket, Clayton?
No, all I have is a Marvel blanket. It's kind of dumb.
Big fan.
I know what to get you for Christmas.
I like hearing the echo in someone's mic.
Was he coughing?
No, he was screaming because he was trying to just
Yes!
Borger.
He was trying to just walk away from the kid and go home, but he was like, "Oh, I gotta help him," and he was yelling at himself.
One of my favorite memes, but I can't say it right now.
Oh yeah, I know what meme you're talking about. That is a really good one.
This is also definitely how Caleb eats whenever we go to fast food.
Just grabbing stuff off our plates.
I just finished my fries and Caleb looks at my burger. He's like, "You gonna eat that?" I'm like, "Bro."
That's a mischaracterization if I've ever heard. I miss burger. I haven't had a burger in years.
I
had
miss
Swenson
burger.
We had the
I had
burger.
Guys, remember
Swenson
burger?
earlier today.
I have had a burger in years, but it's felt like decades.
Leave a like if you miss burger as much as I do.
Leave a like if you miss hugging your friends as much as I do.
Leave a like if you think Mike DeWine's policy for no burgers is a little extreme.
I love that pseudo scene. That was awesome. That nice.
I think that I've seen some tweets where it says that they made the wrong decision for.
Wait, we got a meme.
We do got a meme.
Right there.
Everyone.
Meme.
Everybody.
Oh, but I was gonna say, I think I've seen some tweets that say like they don't like the voice actor for this Spider-Man, and I disagree. I think he's good. I think he's funny.
I think he's really good.
He fits the role. Yeah, I don't know.
I think people just wanted Tobey Maguire. I think this guy's pretty good.
Yeah.
People always love the original trilogy of Spider-Man.
He is in
This is what they grew up on.
with no socks.
They're not good movies, you know.
Dang! Imagine having your back cracked while you can like stick to a tree. That sounds pretty cool.
Imagine standing in snow barefoot.
Imagine having thought bubbles reveal all your thoughts.
Imagine seeing your things you're imagining.
Oh.
What?
Wait, what state are they in? Where
Hawaii.
they're in New York. I'm dumb.
Yeah, they're in New York.
Wait, did they? No, but did they leave?
Caleb, what? Are you watching the movie?
No, but did they leave New York State and go to like New Jersey or Connecticut or something?
Well, yeah. Well, no, isn't this just like more rural? And I mean, New York is an entire state.
Oh, this is Manhattan. The woods.
Caleb, that's Colby Hall.
New York is a state?
It's like Caleb thinks it's like Star Wars, where the entire planet is like one city.
I mean, New York's basically.
Hold on. I also am like questioning if I ever introduced myself again. I don't remember.
You did. I remember.
Okay, cool.
That's just the running thing. Is Caleb never introduces himself at the beginning?
I'm like, they're gonna be on like the Reddit threads, just like, I don't know. I love this podcast, but I don't know who the host is. Actually, that'll never happen.
Wait, she looks familiar.
One of my
Caleb,
favorite
on the Goof Movie Podcast subreddit, they're gonna crucify you.
One of my favorite scenes is coming up.
Movie podcast.
Oh, where he grabs the PC and the monitor.
No, yeah, but that's not why it's my favorite.
Point it out when you see it. Say it, Matt.
I'll point it out before it happens, so I can hear it.
Matt, point out really loudly. Just start screaming like a.
Okay, you asked for it.
Also, I do want to shout out Dylan for still having the Iron Man headpiece on
my
right
head's getting a little painful. I'm hanging in there.
A lot of the lights and furniture are in the shape of octagons.
Wait, why?
It's like a spider thing.
It's like a stop sign. It's like stop.
Yeah.
Her glasses are in the shape of octagons.
Kingpin is half of the screen.
I love it. What do you think his height and weight is? If you had to Terry a guess.
Miles Morales?
No, Kingpin.
Kingpin.
Oh, diamond.
I think he's like 6'8", 500.
He's probably 10.
There he goes.
Oh, he's more than 500. Yeah, he's an easy time.
6'8" height, 6'8" white.
What?
He's like a small shed. I could store a lot.
When Gaston said and Beauty and the Beast said he ate those eggs to be the size of a barge, Kingpin is actually the size of a barge.
Kingpin saw that and was like, "Oh yeah, all right." I saw this.
That me. I love the turnaround with the gut.
Yeah.
And the sweatpants.
Yeah, and the sweatpants, the bare feet.
I also love. I always am interested to see how movies animate or computer animate, if it's live action, people that are invisible. And I think this looks real cool.
This is pretty good.
Yeah, I was gonna say the invisibility, like, it's always interesting to see how all that plays out. But yeah, they do it really well here.
That desktop stressed me out.
Ridiculous. Oh, it's coming up. Here it comes. This is one of my favorite parts in the whole movie.
Oh,
it's coming up.
He's getting a coronavirus test.
He's got COVID.
He's like, dude, Spider-Man, you've got COVID, dude. Guys, like this video, you've got COVID. Yeah. Hit that like key.
I like how they're making it super, like, evident.
Whoa.
Dr. Lydia Octavia.
Bruh.
Wow. Oh my god.
Yeah. And another thing that I really like about the sweatpants Spider-Man is he's a bumbling idiot, but he's still like somewhat a competent fighter and a decent mentor. It's kind of just a really interesting dynamic that's not done well in movies usually, but
I think
it's good.
We like to see, like in recent years, like we've seen it more, but like I think we like to see a character that's like kind of famous.
That was Gwen Stacy.
Whoa, a character that's like kind of famous be like put into like a funny mentor role, and I think that's why Homecoming worked with like putting Iron Man in like a mentor role, and this is just like literally putting another Spider-Man in that role.
Yeah, no, I mean the dynamic between like student and master in movies is always super interesting to watch.
Yeah, just like in Last Jedi, where it was obviously the best maybe mentor relationship.
Yep. And there's no one to argue about that.
Thank you. Yeah. Bagel.
Yeah.
This is like an Inception when you start to realize that you're dreaming and they can...
And you're like, oh wow, all these scientists aren't just scientists. They're bad.
He took a bagel.
Oh, I
We're
love
all villains.
The little bagel.
Bagel made a sound effect that just said bagel.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, that was awesome. I'm about to make bagels tomorrow from scratch.
That reveal. Oh, actually, that reveal of her being Doc Ock in this universe, I didn't see it coming because I wasn't ever paying attention to any of the extreme hits with the octagons they were doing. All my focus was on them the first time I watched through. So when that happened, I was like, oh, what?
Yeah, I don't think I was expecting.
When they're in their classroom watching a movie of her, and her name is Dr. Olivia Ock, and then it cuts off.
Never noticed that the first time through.
We're past it, but there is a shot where adult Spider-Man is swinging, and it kind of happens throughout this whole part. But it does bother me because I feel like their web would like hit a bunch of twigs when they're just swinging normally.
Like his web goes through a branch.
Yeah, I feel like his webs go through branches, and I don't know. I feel like they could have just easily not easily, but just like put some twigs falling down as they go by, and that would have like not bothered me because it's like establishing that twigs are falling when they're swinging. And that
in one of the Spider-Verse comic series, there's the joke that they run into like the original like 1960s Spider-Man cartoon, and he's swinging around on his web, and they make a joke. It's like, what is he attached to? There's no buildings around. And it's like, oh, I think it's on the clouds, because like in the cartoon, like they used to always have him swinging on like anything, and it wouldn't matter. It's like they put it as a joke.
After a while, you just kind of
playing Spider-Man.
I think I heard they were like animated these two differently for like the frame rate of them swinging.
Oh, yeah, they did. Yeah.
Oh, that's
like,
cool.
One's better than the other.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so stressful.
Oh,
the plug.
Oh, her tentacles. Is that what is appropriate to call them?
Yeah. Yeah, her arms.
That's offensive.
Her octo arms.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Dude, this is rock song.
Is that like different?
That's what I like too. Is like the soundtrack is also like really varied.
You mean because Gwen Stacy is in a band that's a rock and roll band?
Yeah.
Oh.
Whoa.
That's a different level of
Gwenda
detail.
Dude, Wanda. Cosmo.
Wait, I was about to say Cosmo.
Whoa, me and Caleb are on the same wavelength.
Look, we're about to see in a rock band.
Whoa.
What she does for a living in
What?
this
A
universe?
radioactive spider.
Spider woman.
Sequel.
No, I don't.
Put that
The
together.
band was called the
That's just cool.
MJs.
Saves my dad.
Because in her universe, her dad is alive, but Peter Parker turns into the lizard.
And
That was the main difference between her universe and Earth 616.
And
Wait,
It's because what?
Peter Parker turns into the lizard in her universe?
Yeah, because he's jealous of her new powers and he can't hang out with her as much, so he tries to like give himself his own powers from an animal, and he accidentally turns himself into the lizard.
Oh, I just thought it was like a reverse.
Don't you hate when that happens?
I like how she
You would
comes
like
in
it,
and
that's
she
never happened to you.
lands. She comes into the universe and she like lands, but our Peter Parker just bounced off a bunch of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chance the Rapper.
I thought it was that, like, it's just a reverse of, like, instead of her dying, it's, like, the same exact way with Peter Parker.
That's what I thought too, but honestly, the lizard thing's pretty compelling. I do like that story.
You don't get to like my haircut.
Haha, it's canceled.
No Comic-Con.
It's canceled.
Look at his
I had
mouth.
this.
Yeah.
I had tickets for this year.
You did?
Absolute unit.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. They roll over though.
So wait, which one?
That's nice.
To SDCC.
Oh, whoa, okay.
You did? Whoa,
Yeah.
Kyle.
Yeah, Chloe's family is like serious about that stuff, so they had tagged me along. But yeah, I think we're rolling over our passes, so we don't have to go through it again. Because, the actual like ticket ordering is like a nightmare.
Why does his wife look like Claire from Bon Appetit?
She looks like Tulsi Gabbard,
Yeah,
failed
shut up.
Democratic presidential candidate.
Oh.
That's true. That's true, Clayton. I
That
agree.
balcony does not look structurally safe.
That Colossus.
Yeah, who is
I think
that?
it's Tombstone.
Yeah.
Don't you want to just like lay on Kingpin like a mattress, like a king mattress?
I want to bounce on his belly like a trampoline.
You know, he's the size of a king mattress, but I'd treat him like my king.
All right.
He's a California king.
Oh my god.
I love the details in his noggin. I feel like there's definitely. I feel like there's.
It's because there's no room for any other detail.
No, but I just think like it's just like they did the perfect job of like lines in the forehead
Yeah.
or cheek to just make him look mean.
His
There's
face
one
looks
of the-
like it's in the middle of his chest.
There's one of the
I
few
like
movies
how-
where I think a page wipe transition is all right.
I like how going back to Kingpin.
Oh, sorry. You can go, Matt. Mine's a dumb comment.
I was going to say, going back to Kingpin, I like how they don't do a lot of lighting and shadowing on his suit, so it just makes it a giant black
It's
mask.
just a void, yeah.
Just representing that he's a big bad. No, he is the big bad.
And kind of bouncing off that, do you think they picked Kingpin because he's easy to answer
I'm not sure why they chose
it
King.
out?
Because he's big boy.
Well, I don't think they want to like, like rely on like a really really popular one to be like the main thing. Like Kingpin really hasn't had like a big mainstream presence.
You already had a really popular one in Green Goblin, and
Right, you already had popular
Implied
Doc
that he
Ock and
died.
Green Goblin.
I'm like,
You've
I'm
got
honestly surprised that they
Tombstone,
didn't
you
do
got
like
Prowler.
the Sinister Six because they got close. Like
Was
the
that four?
Scorpion's coming up soon.
Scorpion.
That's 4 villains already, 5 villains, and then I don't know if they had another one, but I don't remember.
Plus, no, never mind.
Doc Ock. I'm not even. Well, maybe.
Yeah, Doc Ock.
So, Clayton, with Mysterio in the newest MCU Spider-Man, is that pretty true to how he was, or was that completely like?
It was definitely a different turn. In the comics, he's a special effects artist that works on like movies and stuff.
Okay.
He's not really he wasn't a scientist for Tony Stark. So
Didn't he use it to like do robberies and such?
yeah, he like would trick people and stuff. He wanted to become like notorious. He wasn't so much like a villain that he wanted to like rob or hurt people specifically.
He
but
wanted to be
just wanted-
famous.
Yeah.
Whoa, Aunt May's cool.
Aunt May really just trusts. I mean, I guess she would know Peter when she saw
They're
it.
all Spider-Man people. Spider people.
This was such a cool scene for the first. It still is. Still holds up.
Yeah.
The spider lair. The spider
cave.
Spider shed.
I like at this point, like the animation is still just as like awe-inspiring and like so amazing, but like we're used to it now. Like, but it's still just as amazing and stuff. Like we've, it's kind of like we're at minute something. We're at minute like hour. We're at the hour mark officially.
We're like halfway through.
Yeah. So like at this point we're kind of like used to like the style and stuff, but it still is just so crazy looking and cool.
Yeah, he found the Batcave.
He is like Batman.
Got all the suits. I have most of those suits as pop figures right here.
Whoa! Shout out pop figures.
And there's actually a Spider-Man
shout out
comic
to
where Spider-Man
PS3
has a
game.
cape.
Shout out to Funko.
They need our support right now in a time like this more than ever. I'm sure they're doing so.
Guys, go to FunkoPop.com and
Use code.
Alright, I'll do it right now.
Use code ZTV Goofing Off for 15% off.
Please pre-order the Caleb Morgan commemorative Funko Pop Goofing Off
Never
edition.
did.
I'll buy 17 of them.
You know what I probably would do, honestly, if
with the
Funko Pop,
limited edition Caleb Morgan being piloted by Remy from Ratatouille.
if Funko Pop did a deal, if they did a deal with Animal Crossing where they somehow like transferred over what your villager looks like to get a Funko Pop.
You mean Amiibos?
Why doesn't Funko Pop like have a Funko Pop should like have a service where you like make your own like you make you.
Whoa.
And then you can buy
guys,
like blank ones.
Everybody leave.
Yeah.
Do you guys know
It's
who?
time now. Hello, everyone.
Do you guys know who created
Everybody.
Penny Parker?
Porky Pig.
Drew, what are your thoughts on Penny Parker?
Do you guys know who invented Penny Parker?
No.
It was me.
You all might know him. He used to be in a little band called My Chemical Romance.
Yeah, that's me.
He's the lead singer, Gerard Way.
I actually never heard of that.
He was bitten by a radioactive pig.
Yeah,
I
you
love
guys didn't
this.
catch it. I
Dude,
love that.
John Mulaney. Love
This
John
Nick, the
Mulaney.
Nick Cage casting in this one is so good.
Yeah, he really.
You know, this is by and large Nick Cage's best movie he's ever appeared in.
The best
National
superhero
Treasure
movie.
is
The
a
best superhero
cinematic
movie.
masterpiece. Ghost Rider.
It goes Ghost Rider 2, this movie, Ghost Rider 1.
What?
Ghost Rider 2.
I got it. They really did nail the casting for these, I guess, secondary Spider-Men.
Oh, Spider People.
Spider Pig.
If there was a
Yeah,
movie, like a full length movie of just one of these Spider people, what would you want it to be? What would you most want to watch?
Penny.
The one that's in the end credit scenes.
Okay.
Wait, all?
I think it'd be really cool to watch a more Spider-Man movie, though. Spider-Man.
Noir, Nick Cage. That'd be interesting.
That'd be interesting, but I
Anything
think the
for
most
more Nick
exciting one would be Penny. I cut you off. Sorry, was that Dylan?
It's just anything for more Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Hey, we gotta help that guy out. He's broke.
At the beam.
Yeah, he keeps buying fossils in ancient burial grounds.
Doesn't he own an island?
And then he has to
saving
give
up
them all
buy
back
the
to the
Declaration
museum.
of Independence.
I love his fit right now as well, honestly. Miles' fit is epic.
Nice fit.
It's clean.
Miles' fit is Clayton's fit. Most of the time.
Even the pig's like, no.
I like how his nose, the pig's nose,
Yeah, his nose is the
imitates his
Spider-Man.
eyes.
They talk about that in the comics, and it's pretty funny how they do them.
Whoa, the biscuit boxers.
The biscuit boxers.
Penny Parker is my favorite secondary.
Dude, Penny Parker called Diva like immediately before anyone else.
Whoa.
Well,
It's too real.
The pie line is so good.
And dating profiles, hilarious.
They did a bunch of takes when John Mulaney first got in the sound booth. They said, just read the lines and make jokes however you would want to make jokes. And like he like cussed a bunch and made like a lot of inappropriate jokes. And they're like, okay, so this is for a kids movie. You're gonna be a Spider-Man character. He's like, oh, okay, I'll hold it back.
I was convinced I was gonna hate Spider Pig when I saw it.
So was I. Yeah,
Just
well,
like
I first
based on
saw
the trailers.
I included him. I hated
I
it.
didn't like him the first time, but now I'm okay with it because he just like it's like a comic relief character in a movie that's already funny, and it's like you don't need it.
He's technically still part of the comics, and they wanted to include.
Well, yeah.
If we're going to different, I feel like it's if you're going to different universes, you want all the extremes.
Oh,
you know,
guys, juice.
Man.
So his powers.
I honestly forgot he was in it.
Wow.
I get it.
Especially at the sad moment. Oh.
That is kind of sad, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I 100% forgot he was in this. That's really sad.
I also forgot.
Dude,
Ditko.
This scene coming up blew my mind.
Steve Ditko, the best comic book creator of all time. Yeah, he was credited.
I do want
also,
to say
yeah,
that
Gerard Way is also in the phone.
at least Juice will be memorialized in a movie that will always live on.
Wise words.
Wise words.
His head really do be big.
What would you have done if they put an X song in?
There is
Spider-Man?
the X
Oh
song.
yeah, I guess there technically is. Yeah, there technically is. It's just right. They cut it right before his verse.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Ja. What if one of the Spider-Man was just like, and I'm Jase?
What's Josh saying?
What if Spider-Man Noir took off his mask? He's like, "Hey guys."
Oh, you cut out right at the end. No one knows.
What if he took off his mask and he was Markiplier?
He's like, "Purple guy."
He's like, "What up, guys? Vsauce here."
The sound is so good.
Yeah, I feel that.
The mask is also really good. 'Cause
Purple guy.
Does anybody know what he did? What they did to make that sound?
No.
Isn't
the bite of 87?
Is that the bite of 87?
Isn't it electric violin or a like string bass that they play in reverse?
That's the man behind the slaughter.
I also really love
The
the
man behind the slaughter.
That's
It's
him.
him. What a weird cameo for this movie.
It is.
Doesn't it kind of sound like
I
a?
like him.
I think it kind of sounds like an animal, like that they like pitched like an animal.
Yeah. It's like
Oh,
one
yeah,
of those
there's
like,
definitely some animalistic tones in there.
it's one of those like a movie like a Mercy Cyrus.
In a movie. Oh.
Yeah, like,
I remember
it sounds like a roar.
Oh.
I remember the first time I saw this in theaters. I guess like I forgot that I had like read enough comics to know that his uncle was the Prowler, and so like everyone in the theater had like the biggest gasp, and like so many people were like, "Wait, what?" And I was like, "What are you guys confused about? It's like he's the Prowler," but I was like, "Oh, it's not known." Like I completely just like forgot that. I guess I knew about other people.
You're just flexing a little bit. I see you though.
It was like no, it's just like my brain had like a complete lapse that I was like, oh yeah, comic books exist.
Every line from Clayton be like,
Wait, who else
So the
left?
comic.
Wait, where'd Nick go?
Nick,
Wait,
no.
Nick, no.
Nick!
And
He
then,
pulled out the
and then
bike
we're
mighty
seven.
quick.
Dropping like flies, boys.
I'm gonna put up.
Red X.
I gotta.
Red X.
Man, that's a cool Red X, yeah.
Dude, FedEx, there it is.
Donald.
My dad.
Now I gotta edit in a Hunger Games whistle every time someone falls out of the chat.
Oh, that guy's
Ooh.
USB.
Every good Spider-Man
Also
movie
just-
has to have like a cool scene where they're weaving in and out of debris in slow motion.
I love the mix of like art style where like some of it's like hand animated, a lot of it's like CGI, like a lot of persons. Oh,
Hey, Nick. Welcome back.
Whoa, whoa!
Hey, Nick's
Oh,
back.
oh,
You just
everybody.
disrupted the space-time continuum when you joined the chat.
I thought we.
glitched.
Whoa,
Listen to
this
that music
song.
change.
Look, she's diva. She's got the
pretty much is.
snacks.
She literally is
Doritos.
diva.
This reminds me of being in Kyle Glockner's car.
This is how Kyle Glockner lives his life every day.
If she got Heelys, guys, that's just me.
Inside of a mech.
I wish.
I would give
He sees everything in black and white and thinks the Rubik's Cube is solved.
I would give anything to hear that Kyle Glockner anime mix one more time.
It is because right now is where the story begins. Right now is where the story begins.
That's it.
Oh man.
Whoa, there's the shot. Oh, he looked like a zombie.
Frankenstein.
Oh, I love this interpretation.
Ron, what do you say?
Frankenstein. That's Scorpion. Oh,
That guy looks like Darth Maul.
Oh yeah,
He kind of does.
I
Yeah.
hope he looks like a fraction of how cool this guy looks when they do him in the, when they probably
action.
do him in the next movies. Yeah,
they did tease him. He's technically in the series already.
yeah, he's in the first one.
Yeah, when the Vulture goes to prison, he walks past the guy with a scorpion tattaoo.
They're definitely setting up.
Whoa.
What do you guys think that the next Spider-Man movie will be called?
Let's go. Let's go.
They used Drew Brown for the mocap for Penny Parker.
I love that. I love that part too, where the robot gets up and then just goes full battle mode.
Yes, one.
What exactly is Penny's backstory?
Her dad is a scientist that developed the suit that is like controlled by a telepathic spider, and it accidentally got linked to Penny. So she's like telepathically talking to the spider that controls the mech, and then her dad died.
Oh, because he has to die. That's different.
Yeah, that's
anime.
That's when you spend all your 20s in the emo band.
Y'all see my shelf.
Oh, that's so cool.
If you want to watch another comic book series made by Gerard Way, you can watch The Umbrella Academy on Netflix.
Oh.
It was really bad.
What? I thought it was decent.
So wait, did he just do it after My Chemical Romance as like a career, or like
He was always into comics, but he definitely got into comic book creation afterwards.
I like Umbrella Academy.
The Prowler would have recognized Miles' shoes.
Clayton?
Too many questions. That is a fair statement, though. The Prowler shouldn't recognize him.
I like how he still got on
Aunt
the.
May's house is eerily similar to my
Oh, that was so cool.
grandma's house, and it's really weird. Like, that's the exact same setup of her house.
It's a hole in the roof.
Yeah, the spider shack.
Oh, the second. I think it was the second time I cried.
The bite of 87 will not happen anymore.
Really rough. Like this was probably like the roughest scene for me.
Yeah.
And then
I like how his ass keeps Bluetooth still on.
the scene with his dad after this is what really got me the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
Are any of us gonna cry in the chat today?
How is Kingpin fitting in that car?
That's the real question.
Oh,
it's a cartoon.
Oh.
Oh.
Man.
Man. Can we get an F in the chat?
Press F to pay respect.
Yes. I love the voice actor of Uncle Aaron is one of my favorite actors as well.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, he's Film Twitter's dad.
He is amazing. He is a great dad at that. Mahershala Ali.
Oh, yeah.
Moonlight,
Green Book,
Place Beyond the Pine.
Wait, he was Green Book, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
The pianist in Green.
Yeah. I said that really quick and I like second guessed myself.
True Detective season 3.
Don't forget the villain in Luke Cage.
Oh yeah, he is the villain in Luke Cage. I forgot about that. Yeah. Oh, and he's gonna be Blade.
Yeah, it's true. Wow.
I think someone said that, but yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
He
that.
can be in the Marvel universe. I hope he never runs into Luke Cage as Blade.
I saw that they were thinking about putting the Daredevil from the Netflix show in the next Spider-Man movie.
I'd 100% be down with that. I love him. Actually, I accidentally ran into him at a Comic-Con once.
Whoa.
For real?
Yeah, I was just me and my friend were just walking like down in the aisle, like a walkway, and like I almost bumped into him because he was going to like a signing. He's like, "You guys having fun today?" And we're like, "Yeah." And then we did like a double take, and I was like, "Wait, he's not blind."
I really love Daredevil. I really love Daredevil, and I'd be really stoked to have him in the next Spider-Man movie. That'd be really sick.
Yeah, he was really good.
This is also one of the saddest scenes in recent memory.
Oh yeah,
honestly.
I think so,
It wasn't so much this scene that got me, but the scene where he goes to visit Miles at school to tell him like what happened. That's what
that one almost got me.
I do wish. I think it would have hit a little bit harder. I just would have been nice to have like a scene to go back to, where this is the first time that his brother Aaron and him are on screen together.
Yeah.
It would have been kind of cool if they had like a family get together at some point or something. I don't know.
Going away from the sad stuff.
They were like estranged. Was like their.
Yeah, I know, but like maybe like I don't know, just like something. Yeah, I don't know. I see what you
Going back to Easter eggs, notice the Chance the Rapper poster, but instead of number 3, it's number 4.
Ooh, also there's a
Alternate universe.
I don't know if they'll show the angle again, but there's like a basketball poster that the guy's wearing number 28. It looks like Kobe, but I might be mistaken. I don't know. I saw a glimpse of it.
Uncle Benjamin.
For me, it was.
He just doesn't have anyone.
He was just a spider that got bit by a radioactive pig. It wasn't his fault.
Right.
And he's obsessed with eating pork and hot dogs.
What's up with
I'll
spiders?
be honest. I love this song too. I have it on my playlist.
Whoa, another meme.
I think the guy said that the dude that animated this scene, it took him like 6 months to make or something, or was it 6 weeks?
Look how Penny's is chilling.
6 weeks seems more doable. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was like 6 months just to do that one scene.
Jeez, it's crazy.
It's like anytime like all the different spider characters are on screen, it took a really long time because they're all
Different styles. Yeah.
like Penny Parker.
That fight scene must have taken like 30 years.
I don't know.
That's why they have them separate really fast.
I don't know how much a delay that this next movie is going to get because of the coronavirus, but I can't imagine like even like though this came out in 2018, I don't know how they're going to finish it that quickly. It seems so quick.
I thought they projected it to be like 2022.
Yeah, I think I heard 2022, but I heard that before all of this stuff happened, so who knows now.
I thought it was 21,
Wait,
so I guess
yeah.
I thought it's coming out next year.
I think we get a trailer next year.
Okay.
Wait, so Clayton, do you know how long they were working on this movie?
Say that again, Kyle?
Do you know how long they worked on this movie? Like, when did it start? Actually, production?
I don't fully remember. I know it was. I mean, as far as like writing, who knows? But like an animation, I think maybe 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
I guess I don't know. Yeah.
Primarily done in
4
Adobe
years.
Suite stuff.
It says 4 years. It took 800 people 4 years to create the film.
Whoa.
Wow.
Adobe Suite.
Shout out. I also don't think it's Kobe. I was wrong. It's right there on the left. That's. When will he know he's ready?
There was no need to do his face.
No, it's so that he can't respond back to his dad whenever his dad comes up.
Leap of faith, baby.
December 17th.
Yeah,
What
this
happens?
movie's great. This movie's really good.
Alright, this is this. I can't remember if this is the second or third time I cried, but the first time I saw it.
we only at this point we're watching 2 classics, honestly, for these first 2 episodes, man.
Yeah.
We gotta watch a bad movie after this.
I think we should. Yeah.
Ghost Rider 2.
We gotta watch some.
You don't know? Justice League. That's the worst movie I've ever
Larry
seen.
the Cable Guy, Delta Farce.
Delta Farce.
No, I won't watch that.
Kyle's
Sid,
really
that's
pushing.
we were gonna
You were
watch
talking about
Delta Farce.
you were talking about Delta
Did you
Farce
say
the other
Dylan?
week.
Dylan, what'd you say?
Said I thought we were gonna watch bad movies. That sounds like a good movie.
Whoa. Hold on.
Let's the second Jurassic World.
I didn't like.
Yeah.
I hated the first Jurassic World, so I don't think.
The point in the second
Death of that
Jurassic World,
Brontosaurus or
where,
Brontosaurus was rough.
well, I don't get why they would train an animal to kill anything with a laser on it when you could just like shoot someone.
Yeah, that whole mechanism was
It
pretty
just
bad.
doesn't make any sense. The plot was awful. I do love Chris Pratt though. I enjoy him.
There's a movie on Amazon Prime about a 5-headed shark. I think that would be a good contender.
One night, me and my friend were hanging out. We were bored. We wanted to watch. We wanted to watch.
What is it called? Does it have a corny name for it?
I don't remember. Sarah and I want to watch it.
Penta Shark.
Just have a good laugh, you know.
Penta Shark, probably. One night, me and my buddy were bored. We wanted to watch the lowest rated movie on Netflix at the time. There's a movie called Zero Dark Dirty, like a Zero Dark 30 knockoff, super low budget. And
Have you ever seen
just
Zombies?
making this- No.
That is like it's like legendary on Netflix. For some reason, it was like so popular, but it's like one of the worst movies ever created.
Man, we really just talked
We just
about.
talked. We just
Like The Room.
we just talked through the saddest part of this whole movie.
Yeah.
It's
Just
true.
because we couldn't deal with it, because it's too sad.
If we just sat here and
I didn't want to recognize how depressing
We,
this
we
was.
talked about Penta Shark.
great detail.
They missed an opportunity. Penta
Oh, wow.
Shark. Come
He's
on.
got the spark in his eyes.
Let's do it.
You think they'll ever make a
How
static
What's that
shot?
movie's got called? His
I think
Blast?
is that a Kobe poster behind him though? Over his bed.
I think it's just
Mhm.
generic.
It's a
They can get a
case
Chance
something.
poster, but not a Kobe poster.
Man.
I actually think it was a good one. Oh,
I thought I saw a big letter K.
Dance.
They forced him to be in there.
Oh, this is one of the best sequences of the whole movie.
I wasn't huge on the
Probably
song
the best.
for the second he jumps off the building.
Same, Clayton. I thought I was the only one who felt like that.
What you didn't like? You didn't like when he jumped, like the song when he jumped off.
Yeah,
I don't love it.
I think right here it's fine, but the second he jumps, it's not great.
I agree. Okay, cool. I didn't.
I
need to wait and feel. I need to see what it is. What's it?
The song
really
for when he jumps during the trailer is really good.
Yeah.
Which is probably just a different part of the song, but either way, it fits better.
Excuse me.
That shot's perfect.
Oh, it is, man. Leap of faith.
Like this part right here is good.
Who's gonna pay for the glass he just shattered?
That was my screensaver for like a year.
Oh.
I don't like
It's just
when
like
it picks up, and I don't like
it's
when he
when he
starts
says, "You
screaming.
can't stop me now."
Yeah, I don't like that part. Yeah.
Yo.
This is still a build-up moment, though. You know.
I like it right now.
Yo.
I think like now that I know it's a song, it's not as bad. But the first time I heard it, I was honestly disappointed because I was like,
Wait,
"Oh, that was the
which
best
part-
thing in the movie."
Which part specifically did you not like? The "Can't Stop Me Now" or the when he first jumps off?
No, they can't stop me now.
You don't like that part? I like that.
I liked it. Yeah.
I mean, the part of the movie I love is just I don't feel like the song is as good as it could have been.
I agree with you, Clayton.
And I feel like it will also date the movie. Like in 10 years.
Well, I
it's not
will
gonna be
watch
great.
the Clayton Schrock edit when he re-edits the song.
I would definitely. I think I could put a different song under it. I think it would be better.
What if he just put
I don't know about your.
What if they used Queen
choice,
"Don't
but I
Stop
feel
Me
like
Now"?
it will date the movie.
I even almost think like if they just like used a song that like if they took out the the lyrics, like, and it was just an instrumental, I think the song would be.
That'd be amazing. Yeah,
What if they just played at the build up the very first Spider-Man cartoon theme song?
Yeah.
No remix, no bass drop.
What if
just
what was
Spider-Man?
I would love to watch a full movie. Every time I watch, now that I'm like paying more attention to specific characters, I'd love to watch a full movie of Penny Parker.
They should
What if what the song was like Bird is the word?
Song, but the beat drop comes like 2 seconds after he like swings. So it's just
honestly, I feel like that's what it is right now.
Yeah, I do too. I think that's true. That's such a
nice.
good. I don't know how they filmed that to get them in the same exact position. That's really difficult.
That's wild. Look at the tinge on the top of Kingpin.
I was saying the dynamic lighting is so good.
Does MJ look the same in this universe? I don't remember.
She must.
What do you mean the same as what?
She does.
The same as his universe? Yeah, she does.
That's okay. Because
him and the original Peter Parker are the most similar out of all of them.
There's an infinite number of universes. Every little different thing that could be different is a different universe.
Yeah.
Every decision you've ever made creates a new universe.
Whoa.
So there's a different universe for when I drop this pen. There's something different could happen.
Is there a universe where I'm not watching Into the Spider-Verse at 1:08 in the morning?
Okay.
Probably a lot of universes.
Is it 1:08 in the morning?
Because I don't want there to be another universe.
I honestly am contemplating watching this again on my TV as soon as we stop this call.
Spider-Man kind of thick. Sorry.
That's because he got the bread.
He ate all the bread.
Well, that's where Obi-Wan Kenobi hid the hidden message for Jedi.
Guys,
I'm not gonna see it.
Call back to the last movie, Snobs.
How does he get through that door?
Guys,
How does he fit through any?
Why don't they just web up Kingpin? It'll just take a few extra seconds.
He's a big boy. He's too big for the web.
That guy looks like
Yeah,
that guy looks like Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2.
No, he did like a little shoulder shuffle.
He's still the size of a barn.
When they were all swinging, you could tell that they hid different characters at different times to make it easier to animate. It's really smart.
It looks so good too.
It's just even like this science device has its own like sound design and like music track to it.
I like how the swirls are like. I mean, the whole thing's like that when that beam is like a higher frame rate.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks so like unnatural, which makes it look cooler.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I know we touched on it like a little bit, but like when Peter Parker and Miles Morales are first swinging together in the forest, I know someone mentioned it briefly, but yeah, they edit their frame rates on a different sequence. Like Peter Parker is a frame ahead of Miles Morales. It's interesting stuff like that. That really.
It's just like it's so like ingenious.
Me when I watch Family Guy.
What? They're tearing and destroying enemy minions, and you're like, aha.
Nice to see you again, Peter.
I do like since the characters are so wildly different, even when the action is like really like fast like this, when they talk, you know exactly like who's doing what and like who's saying.
Peter Parker.
He's using the Force.
Yeah.
What if Luke Skywalker just dropped in? What'd you do?
Some Marvel versus Disney, not Marvel versus Capcom.
What if Mega Man just showed up?
Ever seen Darth Maul versus Spider-Man? That's a good short.
Whoa, really? Whoa.
Yeah.
Look who's here! Laney.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Promising? Oh.
Notice they were swinging right there, just like they were in the forest. They were each using only one arm, even though they both have both web swingers. Little callback.
Little callback right there.
Turn it up. That's me when I hear the audio to this movie. He's just got a big magnet.
That's the classic magnet look.
Okay, so the first time I saw this movie, it's not gonna happen, so it's not a spoiler. But in the comics, the first like big thing that happens to Miles Morales is that his mom dies in the hospital while she's working. And so like when they cut to her and I first saw this movie, I'm like, oh no, they're really gonna kill her in the middle of this.
That would have been a lot. I'm sure they thought about it.
They already had the emotional Uncle Aaron death. I wouldn't do 2 in 1.
In this universe is Peter Parker.
Man, he's so cool.
He's like, I want to be Tracer.
Oh.
Why you make me a Risa?
He is, yeah, kind of like Orisa. Boom, got him.
Yes.
You got the little symbol.
I will say, if the premise of Spider Pig was a little too like silly, like the payoff of using like the cartoon sound effects and the mallet out of nowhere was a good payoff.
I just think of Looney Tunes every time I see him.
Yeah,
they reference it here in a second.
Which is kind of funny because now this is like all owned by Disney.
Yeah.
Oh right.
It is weird.
Oh, love that.
I like they spray painted the suit too. That was kind of cool.
Yeah. I didn't like the spray paint part at first, but like it
It breaks my immersion because I'd be like, his suit would be so wet and sticky.
Right? And it'll crack.
How old are Gwen and Miles in this movie? Is it?
I think around 13 or 14.
Well, they were both at the same school, and she was able to blend in that sense. So.
But she's like,
I got him, guys. Goose trucking got him.
Gwen's older.
I think he's older. Yeah.
He did it, boys.
Yeah, I thought Gwen was just pretending to be a middle schooler. Like she's actually like a high schooler.
I think she's like around 16. She's canon. She's the same age that Peter Parker was in the comics when he originally became Spider-Man, and then Miles Morales is younger, so he's like 13, 14.
Okay.
I think they said in this movie 14. I want to say.
There was a dolphin.
Yeah, I'd agree with 14.
Did anyone else hear the dolphin?
I heard it.
I did.
Was it physically there? It was only a hearing.
Oh, this is sad.
Yeah, this is the last bit of thing that she has from her father. And that's the spider that was controlling it that she can talk to telepathically.
My Chemical Romance guy crying right now. He's about to write a whole other album.
He played that G chord.
MCR crying.
Oh no.
And Penny.
He about to go Harambe.
What do you mean?
Whoa.
Wait, what?
He was just doing like the silverback gorilla smash.
He's gonna get shot.
Why you gotta be Harambe?
The famous silverback gorilla.
If I go to the Cincinnati Zoo and I see Kingpin in a pen,
I'm about to get shot.
Oh, this part's good.
I love that.
Whoa.
That's all, folks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he said
Is
that.
he illegally
Is he allowed to say this?
no.
Oh, okay.
15 months?
Yeah, so if he's 14, then she's 16.
She's a good callback. School sucks.
Good callback to Albert Einstein. What if Albert Einstein is Spider-Man?
It's a shame that he never got to see this movie.
Einstein.
Anyone could wear the mask.
That's the same message that Ratatouille gives us, honestly.
Anyone can wear the hat.
Anyone can wear the hat.
This movie copied off Ratatouille.
Caleb, enough about Ratatouille.
It's never enough.
Wait, when did Penny
What was the water in that?
Parker leave? What happened? Wait, yeah, where'd she go?
Where'd who go?
Penny.
Penny
Parker.
She never like disappeared.
Gwen Stacy? She went back into the.
No, Penny was the first one to go.
Yeah, she was the first one.
Oh, I didn't see her leave.
Well,
They did Penny dirty. They let her and give her a little farewell.
Okay. Yeah.
Boom. The same move.
oh, it's a meme. It's coming.
Oh, no, I'm not gonna mess it up. You won't.
He's dumping him into the.
Yeah.
Go into the yellow goo.
Long live the king.
Is his world gonna flash like Pizza World?
Meme.
I missed the few parts when he said that, the reason
Meme
why
alert.
her and him broke up is because she wanted kids and he didn't. And then, like, in the middle of this fight, he was like, "You didn't."
Like, do I want kids?
Buddy. Oh wait, what? Do I want kids? What's going on?
Big boy.
I mean, it was kind of a story for him to become like
I
a
want to
dad.
roll up into a ball like Sonic and try to murder
Oh, no.
He just
Instead,
he
he'll
just-
just use the
I still have not seen Sonic. Speaking of Sonic,
Oh, that's sad.
That's like the next one we're gonna watch.
I think it's
seen
coming
Sonic
out. You
either.
can rent it on
Prime.
online now.
Wait, did you guys do an actual episode on Sonic, or did that get lost too?
Well,
Well,
You know what? Subject. I'm sorry.
Venom Shock. Miles, he's
Clayton tried to use the jib and that ruined everything.
hey,
It wasn't.
It wasn't the
It
jib.
was why.
It wasn't the
It was a
jib.
good angle.
It was a good
No,
angle.
it wasn't.
It wasn't that good.
It was cool.
What angle, Clayton? There is no angle now.
In my mind.
This is a serious
I
scene.
didn't mean it.
Who voices Kingpin? He's like the only person I don't even know who does the voice for.
Liev Schreiber.
You can't get to the door.
Or Liam Schreiber. or
Leah
whatever.
Schreiber.
Okay.
Shout out Sabretooth and
Could you imagine being married and sharing a bed with Kingpin? Like, what if he rolls over?
New bed.
Something like
That
void.
is the question.
Then
Who would marry? If he rolls over, then he has to create this machine to go through the multiverse.
He is the bed.
He is the bed.
Imagine him planking on the ground.
Oh. Kingpin's hand is like the size of Miles Morales. He is as big as a taxi. Come on.
Oh, he's bigger than a taxi, Kyle.
He literally is, though.
But there's a shot where he gets out of a car.
It's perfect. Look, it's perfect. All right.
It's like a
He's
mega.
falling in the Brooklyn Bridge. So there you go.
That classic Matt Reed distant laugh.
Wait, where'd Matt Reed go?
You can't see him, but you can sure hear
He's
him.
in a different universe.
Matt Reed's here in my heart.
Oh.
I feel like Kingpin's kind of like a liquid in a way that he just fits whatever form he needs to be. Oh, just give him a little. Where's like his weak spot? Is he have an Achilles heel?
Spider-Man or Kingpin?
Little
I mean,
His weak spot is his
he's
family.
human, so probably like a hole.
Matt Reed.
Okay, but where's his heart, Clayton?
Oh,
In the
That
middle.
mass of a man. Where?
Which heart?
I feel like he has like a different anatomy. He's like a cow
Yeah,
that
no,
has
how
like
many-
6
his
stomachs.
face
How
is
many
literally
stomachs
like-
does
He
he
has
have?
4 stomachs like a cow.
That's
He's just got good
whoa,
traps.
Nick and I are on the same.
How
page.
many calories does he intake a day?
I feel like his brain and his heart are like the same organ.
At least 10.
Hey, Kingpin walks into a spy, you're the masseuse.
He's like
buddy.
he's like an elephant at the zoo. They just like keep like they just put like hay on a pitchfork and keep like throwing it in.
I want to see a scene where it's Kingpin going to the tailors and the tailor going like, "We're gonna need more
Yeah.
fabric."
I was like,
I
all right,
think,
that'll
isn't that most of the
$1,000.
Daredevil series? Is that Kingpin going to Taylor?
Wait, what?
He just walks into the tailor, and the tailor just looks and goes,
And the Netflix Daredevil series
Life
is a
is
lot
too
of the
short,
Kingpin
man.
wearing the suit.
Oh yeah, it is.
You think Kingpin has his own gravitational pull?
How does he know that's his shoulder?
He does kind of have his own gravitational pull right here.
Yeah.
About to throw him right at his dad.
He's like, okay, I will push the green button.
You have compelled me.
You know what? I am a good guy now.
The only thing I think about in this is that the USB drive was still sticking out, and he would have destroyed it right there.
Kingpin would destroy the ground he walks
Yeah,
on.
he destroyed the entire breaker. Like,
Remember that balcony on Alchemix? He wasn't making on that thing.
could you imagine if he just like tripped over a shoelace or something? Like he would just.
He'd cause like a level 2 earthquake.
It sounds like a Yo Mama joke, but you just made it about Kingpin.
Kingpin.
Have you seen him?
Your mama's so fat. She played Kingpin.
The anvil.
The anvil's gone. It has exploded.
And that's when Miles Morales' dad becomes Spider's
Two-Face.
Miles' dad becomes the Joker.
The Joker. The Jared Leto Joker.
Oh, low blow, Nick.
Maybe that's the movie we should watch next.
Miles Morales' dad is Jared Leto.
Why did Michael leave?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, I remember Michael.
Michael's gone.
He couldn't get his laptop to work.
He said something in the chat where he said like it just like his laptop went black. I feel like he's just watching the movie. So if Michael, you're listening, love you, buddy.
Michael, if you're there, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, if you're Michael Macon, please like, comment, and leave a little hit that
Can you guys
bell.
leave a like if you've ever been Michael Macon?
Oh, another heartwarming moment.
That's cool, Clayton. Now, if you're in,
I love you.
I know, Dad. I did
Last
that.
time I cried.
I mean, Spider-Man could have still saved the day and killed his brother. Like, I don't think they're mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
He knows in his heart what's right now.
Like, obviously, Spider-Man didn't kill him, but, like, I mean...
Well, I just remembered that we were saying the dad could turn into the Joker, but the guy who voices the dad is in the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie. Just an interesting fact.
Confirmed? Question mark?
Classic C-Mobile.
It's funny because T-Mobile's a bad network. So if you've got T-Mobile, remember to like, leave a comment, and hit that bell so you can
No, don't hit the bell. I will stop you.
You
So
know,
if you've got T-Mobile, please unsubscribe.
If they have T-Mobile, they probably haven't made it this far because their connection is so bad.
Was that a sneak diss on Michael Macon?
Goofing Off, sponsored by Verizon Wireless.
I love you.
Look behind you. It's a...
What? I like how one cop turns around and all of a sudden the spotlights are like, he's
block
looking.
out the sun.
He makes a solar eclipse.
It's daytime right now.
Yeah, that's why it's dark out.
There's a penny in my pocket. I'm gonna put it in my
Penny
my
Parker?
piggy bank. I put it in my piggy bank, guys.
Now the song during the credits, I like a lot.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of people that hip hop did this with that.
Whoa.
Oh.
Met my roommate finally. Left a sticker where my dad's never gonna. When I feel alone, no one understands what I'm going
He
through.
loves eating hot dogs.
I remember my friends who get it.
Yeah.
like Caleb Morgan.
Yeah.
What a power move! Is he used the web to enter the door, so he's like
He's
10 feet
keeping
away.
that 6 foot rule, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 6 foot rule.
Social distancing.
Well, like if he wasn't Spider-Man, you'd be like, "How'd you do that?" But then you're like, "Oh man, what a tool."
You know how much that hurt if, like, when he, like, scraped his back just, like, right on the arch of his spine on the concrete?
Whoa. Whoa.
You're not the only one.
Quits now, baby, I'm a wreck. Whoa, got a minute?
All right, my best Spider-Man character is coming up. I mean, I guess it's after the credits.
The dude was swinging around all day, and right as he's about to get some good old rest, she's like, "Hey."
Yeah, this song's good.
You up?
This song is so good, and just like the credits are perfect.
The credits are amazing.
Yeah, it's like you make this entire movie, and like you could have just like made normal credits, but like no.
Yeah.
And like we're gonna.
You could have just
stunt even harder.
It just like evolves so much throughout the movie or throughout the credits.
There's like, want to spend an extra $1 million on the credits? Okay.
One more mil.
Brian Michael Bendis. Sorry, he was credited there.
Shamik Moore, great voice actor.
Gerard Way about to be credited.
Well, we really went under budget in this movie. What do you want to do with the extra movie? Put it in the movie. Extra money. I can't talk.
There's the meme.
There it is.
There's the first. Hey, there's the second.
Whoa.
Nicolas Cage.
All right, guys. I mean, I want us all to, while the credits are going, until the after credit scene goes, just give a little rating. We'll start with Kyle.
Which one?
You choose.
Wait, so rating out of what?
Just talk about. You don't have to give a number. I don't like necessarily making someone give a number, but
I think this is by far my favorite like superhero movie. Just I mean like it's just like there are good superhero movies, but like this is just so like for me like quintessential like gold standard of what like a superhero comic book movie would be. I'm not even like a huge Spider-Man fan. Like I've never really like had a special connection growing up, but like this movie just like completely blew me away. I don't think it's my favorite animated movie. It's probably like top 10. But like in terms of like the actual visual animation, I think it's like one of my favorite looking like animated movies.
Yeah.
One of my favorite looking like movies in general. But no, I mean like this is just a joy to watch again. Like just the sound, like the soundtrack, the music, the everything. It's just nonstop.
Oh, is it about to start? I forget.
Yep.
Oh, first we got Patreon.
Stan Lee.
What about Steve Ditko?
He alive? Is he alive? I don't know.
No.
Oh, I don't know.
There you go.
There it is. There it is.
There he is.
Your guy.
Yeah, but that's it for me. It's just, I mean, an amazing movie. Like,
yeah.
I remember I watched the trailer for this like a long time ago, and like no one was talking about it like that I saw, and I think it was like around the time like Homecoming and like Avengers hype when Spider-Man was getting big there, and this movie like I saw a trailer for and it was like so cool looking, and I was like, why is no one talking about this? And then of course like it blew up, and I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah. What about Matt Reed? You seem like you've knew a lot more about the movie than I thought. You're a big fan already. What do you think about it again?
I wanted to go next actually. And everything I just wanted to say just escaped my mind. I usually gravitate towards animated over live action for a lot of superhero things because you can be more flexible in animated movies. But I think that I think that one of the biggest things about this movie is, well, first of all, the animation style is incredible and it's really pleasing to look at. And then second of all, obviously I've already said before, I really like the sound design. But also the way that they're able to fit a huge team of heroes and a huge team of enemies on the screen at the same time in one movie. It's not like the Avengers where they wrapped it all up into a bunch of heroes going against one villain. They fought all these movies to set it up. This movie told its own story and it did it all in one go. And it was so good that even rewatching it, I've noticed this is probably the 5th time I've seen it. And I noticed a bunch of other stuff that I had never seen before.
Yeah.
And like Kyle was saying before, when this trailer came out, I think it came in around the same time as one of the Justice League movies came out, the Justice League animated ones. So I just thought to myself, and it wasn't super hyped up like you said, and I just thought to myself, oh, okay, well, Marvel's trying to do the same thing that DC is doing because DC is killing it in the animated movie genre. And I thought that it was just going to be another release straight to streaming services. But then my buddy was like, no, that's going to be in theaters, and I was like, oh, well, if it's going to be in theaters, it better be good. It better be more than I expected, and it was. So it's still one of the best. I think one of the best animated movies and superhero movies I've seen.
Yeah. Juan, you're holding your cat. You're holding Ty.
Yeah.
Shout out.
I was enjoying the movie. So obviously everybody's gonna comment on the animation. I will say, animation for me is a lot like the photography in a live action movie. And it would be really difficult to say, this is the best animation I've ever seen. What I will say is this is one of the best animations I've seen fitting into the context of the type of movie that we're talking about. So an animation in the context of a superhero movie, this is by far the best I've seen for sure. One thing I really like about this movie too is that it still uses the archetypes of superheroes, so dealing with the whole idea of family loss as a motivator for the superhero, but it's not from the beginning. And I actually really like that Clayton mentioned that in the comic book, he loses his mom early in the storyline, but that doesn't really happen here. And here they're playing more on the idea of, the great expectations. What is expected of you. For him, not just as a son, but also eventually as a superhero, and how they correlate that with the older Spider-Man that is having a midlife crisis. I like how they played on that whole idea of being a superhero versus how we're traditionally used to. So, obviously the rest of it, animation, fitting all the other cool storyline of multiverse and all the characters at once. Of course, it's amazing too. But I just wanted to touch on those things that also stood out for me.
Yeah. And Kyle and Drew, you've seen it for the first time now. Did it live up to any expectations you might have had?
I hated it.
Whoa.
This was the worst movie ever made.
Finally, someone said
that's just a fact. I liked it. Yeah, it was good.
Okay.
I liked it. Yeah, as someone who really likes animation, live action a lot, I don't know if you knew that about us. Don't know if you knew that about us at all. You like animation? I thought this was very impressive. I don't know. I liked how obviously very stylized it was. If you saw any frame from this movie, you'd be like, oh, that's Spider-Verse. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely nothing like it at all.
Good.
Yeah. Do you have any ranking or not ranking, sorry, but place you'd put it among other superhero movies you've seen?
I haven't, as you might know, I haven't.
In terms of in terms of tiers, perhaps.
Well, the only Spider-Man movies I've seen are now this one and then the 2 MCU ones.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, I saw that.
You haven't seen Sam Raimi's?
No. I guess this is probably my favorite Spider-Man movie.
Whoa, epic!
Out of those three,
That's incredible.
I guess. I don't know.
I mean,
Production babies.
That's saying something. I mean, I think there's people out there that would disagree with you because people like those new movies.
Well,
So that's like saying something.
I have the correct opinion.
Yeah, I think you do. Honestly.
Wow. I mean, honestly, I really didn't care much for Spider-Man at all until I started watching like some of the Marvel MCU movies.
Yeah.
But here I am, sitting in Drew's basement at 1:37 in the morning. Enjoying this.
Here's the scene.
What's going to happen? Nueva York? What the heck is Nueva York?
What?
Is that Oscar Isaac I hear?
No.
Poe Dameron?
Is that a hologram? Where are we?
Great story. Hey, did you finish it? It's not incorrect. It is
Miguel?
What? That's not a P name.
What do you think now?
I think there's Miles.
The
beginning.
The Punisher. What? There it is.
The meme. The ultimate.
What is happening?
Why is his mouth so big? Because that's how it's animated.
He's got a N95 it's a coronavirus.
I really, really hope they put him in the movie.
Oh no, don't play the trailer for Ozark. What?
Money Heist looks even more messed up. Those masks are scary.
Netflix has never wanted me to watch something more than they want me to watch Ozark.
That's okay. Every damn
I've got Money Heist on my list. I don't know what this is. It's been
What?
using my
Oh, look,
profile.
Chevy Chase.
We got Tiger King.
Oh, The Witcher.
We just got the PS4.
I forgot the Pokemon movies.
Oh, wow, we got Peter Porker the Spectacular Spider-Ham.
Yeah, we got a special right now, boys.
Oh yeah, you got you got the DVD.
Wait a minute, what about
Blu-ray,
that?
Caleb, thank you.
I didn't know that I forgot that the remake was on Netflix.
Yeah, keep reviewing your
3D remake. They
no
remade Mewtwo Strikes Back in 3D animation.
Yeah, no, I didn't know it was on Netflix though.
Yeah.
You can just watch Detective Pikachu.
All right, real quick, I want to hear Nick's opinion. I want to
I'm
hear
gonna watch
Dylan's
that
opinion,
soon.
and I want to hear Clayton's opinion. We'll start with Nick though, really quick.
Yeah, so super quick. Obviously, we've all talked about the animation. It feels like these stories are truly popping out of a comic book, and it's a style that I don't really think we've seen pulled off to this degree, or maybe we won't see it until the next one of these movies. But as far as story beats go, and obviously a lot of credit goes to the source material, the original writers, as Clayton pointed out. You know, the first half of this is really based off of source material, but the second half, and in my opinion, the more entertaining, fast-paced half. I mean, both halves are entertaining, but that's a lot of original creation. And you got great themes about mentorship. You got great themes about his line at the end, anyone can wear the mask, anyone can be a superhero. And so when you look at those themes, and they sound cheesy when I say them out loud, but the way they're executed in the movie and the way the movie makes you feel are all amazing. If I had to put this as far as superheroes, I think it's really hard to compare to live action, because pulling off, Infinity War in live action, super impressive, great visual effects, amazing story, leaves you wanting more. Comparing this, once again, amazing, but just to a different degree. It's hard to compare animation and live action for me.
Yeah, and I know. Speaking of on that same subject, I know Dylan, you're a really big fan of the live action MCU movies and probably live action superhero movies in general. Like, what's it like to watch something like this where it's a completely different movie, but obviously still a very well executed story of a superhero comic book?
Yeah, it's hard to compare, like it's been said already, but it's a nice breath of fresh air. It was really it was a new way of looking at the same thing we're getting so much of nowadays with all the superhero movies. So I appreciate it for that. It's like I really like the MCU Spider-Man, but this is I don't know. It's hard to compare. So
yeah,
this was really good.
I know what you mean. Yeah, and you've seen it once before, I think.
What? Yeah, I've seen it a couple times.
You've seen it a couple times. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be a part of one of your early viewing. And Clayton, you are not in the early viewings anymore. I feel like you're getting up there. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many you'll watch in your life. Maybe hundreds of times.
Yeah, cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah. So what's viewing number 7 like? What do you think? Anything new?
As far as like anything new, and not necessarily. I mean, nothing's diminished. Obviously, I think that's maybe like one thing that you run into risk of watching a movie over and over again.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love it. I mean, the Spider-Verse comics is one of my favorite comic book series that I read when I was at like my peak interest of comic books. And it's like the second the trailer came out, like I was just like completely amazed that this was ever gonna be a movie. I think I don't know if I ever told to you, but I know I told to some other friends like before this movie was even a concept or it was like known to the public. I was like, if there could ever be a Spider-Man movie, I would want it to be a Spider-Verse movie. And I said like it's so unrealistic, it would never happen because people would get too confused about like different dimensions and stuff. So like, when I found out it actually was happening, it like blew my mind. I watched the trailer probably like hundreds of times. And then like I guess like I think I was like thrown off at first that the story didn't follow directly with one of the Spider-Verse comic storylines, but I mean it was still equally amazing, and like how like a bunch of you guys have said, like it was cool how it pulled from a lot of the early like Ultimate Spider-Man comic material, but then also kind of had a story of its own. And there's even like the part where it wasn't like a real debate between Disney and Sony, but like everyone was talking like, oh, Disney should buy Spider-Man from Sony. And like I definitely like wanted that because I really like the Tom Holland movies, but a part of me wanted Sony to keep Spider-Man just so we could have another Into the Spider-Verse movie. And it's still gonna happen. So
it's nice.
I was happy for that. But yeah, I would say it's probably my second favorite movie out of every movie ever of all time.
I guess that's what more do you need to say about that than
wait, what's the first?
Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah, Kyle, if you were paying attention earlier, you wouldn't have known that.
I know. He talked about it. It was the one Blu-ray he owned. I didn't know it was his favorite.
That was some sick foreshadowing, Clayton. Good job.
Wow. Yeah.
Laying down the groundwork.
Acute listeners would know.
If you knew Clayton's favorite movie of all time, please like, comment, and subscribe.
You could just follow me on Letterboxd. It's I don't remember what my username is. It might be Agloosh, but follow me on Letterboxd, and then you'll see my top 4 movies of all time.
I also have I have that as well, but I won't plug it because I'm not follower crazy.
Let me double check with my. Yeah, it is Agloosh. 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 Follow me on Letterboxd.
I'm Captain C. Morgan, but I didn't have to say that. So.
Captain C. Morgan.
Anyway, guys, I will quickly say that I also, of course, am a big fan of this movie. I really was excited to watch it with all you guys. It's one of my favorites as well. Definitely, if I had to bury 50 movies and I put them in a little safe and maybe civilization gets atomically bombed.
This is getting really specific.
They could have just said burn.
And maybe in the year 2020.
Don't interrupt me.
January.
Hold on.
All right.
Hold on. So the world gets catastrophically bombed. Everyone dies except maybe 100 people. So if I were to put 50 movies in a safe, I think I would have to put this movie in that safe, honestly. Like, what more to give the future generations of the few left when they're repopulating the earth? What do the kids want to watch? What do the kids need to see to push their imagination? What more do you know
would
how
the internet still work? Like, would the
I like how we said Caleb, calm it down.
Yeah,
You're like,
that's an advantage of physical media.
Yeah, physical media. And I'd put
Don't
this
buy
with.
digital video games.
This is in my
Please.
personal canon of movies that I think are among the most, maybe not like specifically the best as maybe Clayton thinks. I do think it's very good and near perfect, but I think it's a very important movie, and I think it's just extremely well done, and it definitely is one of the more instant classic movies I've seen in recent years. So I'll leave it at that. If the world gets atomically bombed, it's not on me, but I would put it in a safe and bury it in the earth.
I've never heard anyone say atomically bombed.
If the world gets atomically bombed anytime in the next 4 years, just saying.
Just saying.
Hypothetically, if we were to get
The
atomically
world's
bombed,
atomically bombed in, I don't know, 3 days, 44 seconds.
Just stop by my.
August 16th, 2032.
If that happens, just stop by my backyard. You'll see some good wrecks
So
back
why is
there.
the world gonna get atomically bombed at like 5 a.m.?
It's Miguel, man.
It's 5 o'clock.
Spider Miguel.
Yeah, I think that's all that really needs to be said at this point. But I'm glad to watch it with you guys all again. We've had a good squad. We lost Michael. I know Michael really likes the movie as well. I miss him every day. But hopefully he finished the movie. Hopefully he's got a big smile on his face when he finished the movie as well, like I did, and I'm sure all you did. Hopefully he's okay. But hopefully he survives the atomic bomb as well.
I think since Michael is not here, we have to assume that he's a guy who claps at the end of movies. If he's not here to refute that claim, I think it's fair to.
Hey! You can't kick the guy down when he's not even here, man.
Yeah.
He's not even
You
here.
heard it. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
Not to plug it again, but I did just get a like on my Letterboxd account. So
Whoa!
I can see,
Wow.
I can see one's TV in the reflection.
Is this live?
Now it's gone.
I hope not.
It's still there. There it is.
Whoa. What's he doing?
What's on my TV?
Did you know that they sell Spider-Man Lego on Amazon? I don't know how I got here, but I'm here now.
They sell Spider-Man Lego anywhere.
Yeah, but also Amazon.
Drew's like, they sell Spider-Man Lego at your local Target.
Oh no, Dylan.
Guys, please shop at your
Dylan has
Spider-Man's gone postal.
Dylan has suited up.
Oh, Kyle's got the Hulk hand. Oh,
my god.
We are the Avengers are suiting up, but
Well, I have a candle from Drew Brown's room.
we are all gearing up.
It smells like rustic
powers
wood.
combined.
I've got my gold.
Have we all given our? We all give our
Yeah.
reviews.
Yeah.
I've looked up.
Everyone's ready to
Michael,
go.
what did you think?
Oh,
That was too much. That was too far, Kyle. It took me a minute to realize what.
well, with everyone suited up, we have to sign off, unfortunately. And if you have an opinion about this movie, if you have enjoyed maybe watching along with us, did anyone do that? Let me know, please. If you did that, let me know. Tweet me at ZTV Goofing Off with the hashtag
I'll
Movie
watch along
Snobs.
with it next time.
Whoa. Okay. Tweet me at ZTV Goofing Off with the hashtag Movie Snobs. What should we watch next? Tweet me. Let me know.
Well, let's watch a stinker.
Mad Max favorite.
Watch Suicide Squad.
Oh, that's Suicide Squad.
Ooh, all right.
That'd be interesting. We'd have to make sure that no one has their sound on at all because we'd get copyright striked with all the songs that are in that movie.
Just after the first 5 minutes of the movie, we should be good.
Yeah, true.
Because they play like 40.
We'll talk it out. Well, for everyone, for me, Caleb Morgan, for you, Clayton Strock, Dylan Bowe, Nick McFadden, Drew Brown, Kyle Glockner, Professor Juan Contreras, our general manager at ZTV, I thank you so much for being here. And of course, Matt Reed. Matt Reed, love you. And of course, last but not least, Kyle Reynolds.
I thought he forgot about me. I'll be real.
Last but not least, Matt Reed. Also Kyle Reynolds. Forgot
I was waiting for the recording to stop.
All right, guys.
I would understand.
I'll see you later next time on the ZTV Movie Snobs Watch Along podcast.
This program was produced by ZTV at the University of Akron. Do you want to gain experience in video production, professional social media, or working with real clients? Visit the UA School of Communications online or follow us on social media to learn more. ZTV. Make media, make a difference.